Hello, I'm Ross Atkins with Outside Source. This is the extraordinary story of climate change. Vaccines, Europe, the Taliban, Ukraine. Symbolically, it's very important. Let's take this stage by stage. Here's the BBC's Stephen McDonald in Beijing. The West has stepped up sanctions against Russia. Let's look at some of the international reaction. Tell us what you've been hearing. In practical terms, what does that mean? Next, we have to step back and let's just remind ourselves this is all part of the same story.
Piece the story together with Ross Atkins. Outside Source, tonight at 7 on the BBC News Channel.
Going to happen.
Я считаю, то, что происходит, военным преступлением.
The invasion that shook the world.
I just can't imagine living in the world without Ukraine. I can't imagine that.
And the fight back that took everyone by surprise.
The big question now, how much longer will the West continue to support Ukraine's defence?
The war in Ukraine 1 year on. For the stories and analysis, watch on BBC iPlayer.
Today at 6, Wayne Couzens is sentenced for indecent exposure. One offence took place just days before he murdered Sarah Everard. As the Met Police released CCTV of Couzens at the scene of a crime, they apologise for missing opportunities to stop him.
I am sorry that, and like many, I wish that he had been arrested for these offences. And I am sorry for the Sarah Everard family.
Couzens has been sentenced for 19 months, on top of the whole life term that he's serving for murder. Also on the programme, 3 people are found dead in a crashed car in Cardiff days after they went missing. 2 others remain seriously ill in hospital. Misery for commuters in the north of England with continuing train delays and cancellations. Regional leaders try to find a solution.
Welcome to a place that is astonishing.
And the beauty of the British Isles, documented by Sir David Attenborough for the first time.
Coming up on Sports Day later in the hour on the BBC News Channel, we'll reflect on that astonishing match at Anfield and what it means for Liverpool and Manchester United.
Good evening. Victims of the former Metropolitan Police officer Wayne Couzens, who's been sentenced for 3 offences of indecent exposure, have said that he could have been stopped before murdering Sarah Everard. Couzens was given a 19-month sentence for exposing himself, including for one crime that was reported to police just days before he kidnapped, raped and murdered Sarah Everard. The Met has apologised for not arresting Couzens, and the judge at the Old Bailey said that failures to investigate him had added to his belief that he could sexually dominate and abuse women without being stopped. Our special correspondent Lucy Manning reports.
Wayne Couzens in his car, number plate clearly visible, pulling up at a drive-through McDonald's in Kent and exposing himself to staff, not the first time. This 4 days before he kidnapped Sarah Everard. The police were called the next day, the number plate given. If they'd have checked,